Jack Johnson is challenged by former dentist Frank Moran in Paris, where the match is refereed by France's boxing heartthrob, 19-year-old Georges Carpentier. 27th of June, 1914.
As round one begins, Frank Moran, to the right of your screen, advances cautiously. Both fighters respect one another, as each is a tremendous puncher. In the first exchange, Moran holds his own with the champion. He has stated he thinks he can knock Johnson out, and the experts feel he has the power to do it. After Moran feints with his left, each fighter will throw a right hand and connect. Both men are trying to end it early. At the end of round one, neither fighter has the advantage, and the round is scored evenly. In round two, Moran scored more effectively than Johnson, and clearly had the edge. Here in round three, both men will score hard punches on the inside while trying to tie each other up. As Johnson and Moran are in close, watch Johnson hit Moran with an uppercut on the break. Moran is angry and walks to a neutral corner. He feels that Johnson should be disqualified, but Carpentier signals Moran to continue the fight. Two good right hands by Johnson. Those were jolting punches. Round three ends with the champion having a slight edge. Rounds 4 and 5 were both won by Moran. Frank landed heavily to the body in round 6, but it was scored evenly by Carpentier as a result of aggressiveness on the part of the champion. Moran steps in, missing a right, but lands a hard overhand left to the jaw of the champion. Amazingly, Johnson starts applauding. If Frank had any idea that was going to be a knockout punch, he certainly has been informed to the contrary. In rounds 8 through 10, Johnson punished Moran with sharp punches on the inside. The champion also landed hard straight rights to the head in round 10. Here in the 11th round, Johnson is content to let the challenger do the leading. He feels he's ahead at this point, but would like to get that KO. Watch closely as Moran charges the champion, and as Johnson sidesteps, Frank goes hurtling through the ropes and almost out of the ring. Johnson is like a cat, even though he's 220 pounds. That's just one of the reasons he's ranked as one of the greatest heavyweight champions of all time.
The fight raged on round after round, defying all the predictions. Amazingly, by round 20, both fighters were still standing.
In the 18th and 19th rounds, Moran and Johnson fought on even terms. Going into this final round, both the champion and challenger knew this fight could go either way. In his reign over the heavyweight division, Johnson has been truly magnificent. His first title defense was against the Michigan Assassin, middleweight champion Stanley Ketchel, whom he knocked out in 12 rounds. The following year, in 1910, James J. Jeffries succumbed in the 15th round to the blistering punches of the champion. Frank lands short rights on the inside. He's still in there punching, determined to win after a solid hour of fighting one of the world's greatest champions. This heavyweight title fight is almost over, and Frank Moran, demonstrating the brand of courage which he's famous for, has given the champion the toughest fight of his long career. Johnson had predicted he'd knock Moran out inside of 8 rounds, but right now, he'd gladly settle for the decision. Moran has put up a great fight. As the fight comes to an end, Carpentier awards a very close decision to Johnson. Jack Johnson retains his heavyweight championship.